Going back to Monday night, tape off that game, what did you take away?
Yeah, I mean, it was understandable. I mean, you'd be singing out of the, singing with the choir with, like there would have, could have, should have, if this, if that. But, it took like watching it 3-4 times, all sides of the ball, to turn the hymn book to, we were better. We were better. We got better. There was a lot of great plays. We made plays, and played good. So I mean there was a lot of positives.
Just offensively, would you sort of make of the performance after watching it on film? You guys obviously moved the ball quite well. You had almost 400 yards of offense, but not scoring touchdowns obviously was a big difference.
Yeah. 6 out of the 8 drives were moving the ball, getting it in position to be in position, making the plays to get there, and then it was like we needed one more play to get it into the end zone, or to finish after we made the play to get it down there, finish with the ball in the end zone. That was really, the story. Just a couple things would have gone. We'd have gone better. It'd been a lot more productive. So, and some of those were direct. I mean, points off the board type of plays. So yeah, it's the. At first, yeah, it was if this, if that, multiple times looking at it. That's how close we were, and to being really where we want to be, playing our best football.
What did you make of all the drops?
I mean, all the drops. All the drops. Yeah. I mean, I don't think they were all. Yeah, there was things we could have. They were things we could have done. But, yeah, got to make those plays. Emphasize that. Emphasize the things that in a couple of the penalties too. I mean, could go through the things. 5 yards here, 10 yards there, 15 yards there. I mean, they're silent killers. Some of those things.
You said you played good, got better. Do you feel like if you play that way more often than not, it'll be a win instead of a loss?
It's getting better at one thing at a time, all the time. That's the mindset.
Jim, with the offense you talked about, I think a couple weeks ago.
Better. Improving. What we're looking for.
You talked about how you got to be like crisper on offense, and how that was a focus maybe 2 weeks ago or something like that. Is that still something you've done a focus this week? Is that more of a focus at all this week after watching that game?
Yeah, it's being emphasized. Yeah.
Are you concerned with how you guys are performing offensively? It's like, I mean, particularly it was the second half. So you guys had a sort of touchdown. It's week 1 and no points against the defense. That other points. Like, do you think you have the right groupings out there, the right combination, or are you concerned about the offense?
Yeah, I'm just, as I said, better. That's where I think we're going.
Obviously, big emphasis.
Like our guys? You asked me specifically, do I like the guys? Yeah, love them. And back at it and shoulder to the grindstone.
So you feel like they took a step forward this week?
I thought there was, on one hand, you could read off of we'd be singing with the choir of woulda, coulda, shouldas, and reasonably so. I mean, there was, that's logical, that's rational. There is that page, right there. Then there's the hymn where there was plays made, guys. I mean, I thought the offensive line, for example, I thought they played good. There was maybe a missed block here, missed block there. I thought the quarterback played great. Josh Palmer, I thought he had a heck of a ball game, really encouraging. Will Dissly, his best game, and you can just see the feel that he has for football and getting yards after the catch and, things to build on. Yeah, the quarterback played great.
What was your impression of the running game?
Yeah. It was like it was a missed block here or missed block, not like one guy. There was some taking of turns of we either got swam or got a guy in the hole or just that coordinated effort on all 11 doing getting their job done. It was got a little choppy.
With the just expanding on the run game a little bit, obviously such an emphasis from you, from Greg, from everyone involved with the offense about building the running game through the offseason. Through 6 games here, not just focusing on Arizona, but just through the entire season. Where do you feel like you guys are at in that phase?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you go, George Patton, on the ground. Sometimes it's Chuck Yeager, Amelia Earhart. You're going through the air. We were very effective through the air in this ball game, and you really don't know what the next will be. So you're striving to get good at both. As we have been doing, are doing, and always will be continuing to do. Both strong run game, and I feel good. I feel like you got a good run game.
But you, as far as production,
This past game, no, it wasn't as productive through the ground. More through the air. Yes, it was.
Just like as far as like assessing where you guys are at, you're saying that you feel like you guys have a good run.
Better. Trying to work on one thing at a time all the time. Do I like our run game? Yeah. Do I think we got the guys up front to have a strong run game? Yes. Do I think I have the backs and the tight ends that we need to have a really great running game? I do. That's how I feel.
Jim, if I can ask you about the Saints, they were the talk of the NFL early in the season when they scored the 91 points.
Yeah.
Do you recall what you thought about them then, and then to see them take a complete nosedive, if you will, losing 5 straight? Thoughts, about the team overall and where they were and how what they're at.
I think they've been good. They've been really solid, really effective team. They have scored points. They have put points on the board. They've been really effective. Got a great back, great quarterback. Defense has been very productive, turning the ball over. Playing well in special teams. I think it's a really solid ball club. It'd be a big task for us this week. Good challenge for us.
And then Derek Carr versus, he missed the last 2. What are your impressions of him? He's been in the league for a number of years. Thoughts about facing him?
Yeah, he's a great player. I've always admired his game. The ability, the talent, the competitiveness, the fire, the moxie, all of it. I mean, big fan of him.
With just going back to Arizona and the run game for a second, specifically in that game, you said that some guys in the hole, block here, block there. Did you feel like it was you didn't get the performance you were looking for from the players up front, or was it something they were doing schematically that you think affected the way that you guys were able to run the ball?
What I said before, thoroughly answered it. It was, we had a missed block here, one there, a guy in the hole. We got swam once. It was, missed a cut. It was. We kind of, it's like we took turns and not left a lot of meat on the bone.
So I guess what I'm asking is did they show anything that you guys weren't anticipating from a run game perspective?
A couple things as every team does every single week. I mean, you're gonna get something that you haven't seen on tape. That's the NFL. We were prepared. And made the adjustments, but our guys are really savvy and smart up front.
Yeah, the receivers seemed disappointed, particularly in what happened Monday. They kind of grouped together in the locker room. Is hearing something like that, how it impress you about the group or make you appreciate the accountability of the group, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, I see it on a daily basis. Everybody takes accountability, broad shoulders. Everybody looks back and goes. That's the first thing you do is look in the mirror and go, what could I have done better that could have changed the outcome of the game? Doesn't surprise me to hear that.
Right. And from what you were watching, did you feel like they had a poor game or a bad game, or were you not? You didn't feel like that way on the way they played?
Like I said, I think Semi had some incredible catches. A bunch of guys had, I don't know how many different 8, 9 receivers, caught balls. Josh Palmer, I mean, some of the best, some of the best catches you can make. I mean, over the middle, catching a ball, guy going for his legs, and no question his toughness. Great play made on the boundary was outstanding. I come out of the game across the board, and I've watched it 4 or 5 times. I was encouraged the way our guys played, receiving core, as noted.
How did you feel about the defense?
Yeah, a thing here or there, same way. We didn't tackle as well as we've had. We dedicated a little bit more to coverage, based on the younger corners. But yeah, want to tackle better, like we have been doing. Don't want to give up a big play, but overall, I thought, defense holding the team to 17 points is, it's pretty darn good. That's winning effort.
The long scramble touchdown, obviously we talked all week about Kyler's ability to scramble, that obviously being a big point of emphasis for you guys. Just from your perspective, what happened on that play? He was able to get loose for the score.
Yeah, he made we gave up a rush lane. He got outside, and then he was able to use his incredible athleticism and speed to score. I thought same thing you probably saw.
You guys are continuing to rotate at inside linebacker. I think I asked you about this before. Is that something that you guys are going to stick with as far as playing Denzel, Dayon, and Junior in the rotation, or at some point will you settle on 2 guys and sort of play them as the full-time inside backers?
Just going to continue to play the healthiest and best players at the position, and at all positions, for that matter.
Is there any part of you though that looks at the rotation you're taking, like on the scramble play, for example, Dayon wasn't on the field? Do you look at that and say at a certain point it's better just to have continuity there, or do you like having a rotation with 3 linebackers?
Yeah, I mean, Dayon played 55, 58 plays.
Yeah.
Played a lot. And DP had to take it. Sometimes you got to take a blow. Sometimes a guy has to come out, man. I mean, in an ideal world, yeah, we'd love to play, guys every single play, but that's not the reality of the league. There's got to be rotation. There's got to be substitution at times.